Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. This is part two to a blog I did a week or so ago. People are in pain. Okay, the banks in Barbados, they put people through a lot of pain, a lot of stress. This particular bank is ScotiaBank. I have already told you that ScotiaBank is suspect. ScotiaBank, I don't know if you can go to the FTC. I don't know who the minister in government is that is responsible for the banks and finances and financial institutions. But Scotiabank is gangster bank. Okay, it's a gangster bank. I know this from experience. Now we want to talk about Ricardo Foster again. Okay, and the wife wants you all to know what she's been going through and how she's been feeling, sleepless nights. She wants you guys to know what this bank has done. Okay, so I'm going to go through it slowly and I invite you to read along. And this is what she wanted me to put out for the world to see. I've been going to Scotiabank since 2021 asking for my late husband's money from his account plus his retirement plan. I gave them the death certificate and letters of administration. They sent me to get 2 forms signed by his doctor. I did that and I returned the forms. They asked me again for the same letters of administration and I said that they are waiting on a man from income, and they said, they asked again for the same letters of administration and said that they were waiting on a man, someone from income tax office, the income tax office, to tell them how much Ricardo Foster owed them before they could pay out the money to the wife or before she could get the money. So she went to the income tax office and she was told Ricardo Foster does not owe them anything. Ricardo S. Foster does not owe the tax man anything, okay? She went back to the bank and told them. They asked her for the same documents again and promised to call her. They never called. They never called her. They asked her if she will open an account with them as estate of Ricardo Foster when they gave her the money. Okay, so you understand what's going on here, right here? They asked me, I'm gonna say it in her words. It's like a quote, okay? They asked me if I will open an account with them as estate of Ricardo Foster when they gave me the money. So they want the money to stay in their bank. If any money was going to be disbursed, they wanted it to stay in their bank. After giving them the documents 3 times, I got a call from Genesis PII, or is it PLL? Not sure, but Genesis, let's call it Genesis, saying that ScotiaBank sold them the account. So Ricardo S. Foster's account was sold to Genesis, and in the meanwhile, Scotiabank is giving the widow the runaround. Okay, they're giving her the runaround when they already got the man's account away from their bank. Whatever money they got for it when they sold it to Genesis, it's already a done deal. But they're giving her the runaround. Okay, she went back to Scotiabank to ask for the manager, and he did not come to her. One woman gave her the same forms to get signed by the doctor, telling her that they don't have the forms I gave them. Remember when she went to the doctor to have forms filled out and she took it back? Now they're telling her again that they need these forms for the doctor because they don't have the form for the doctor that she had already given to them. It's a total runaround. Genesis told her that the account was sold in 2024. Give them the death certificate and they will leave me alone. So she's talking about Genesis now. Okay, so Genesis is communicating with her, telling her that they had his account or whatever was in it since 2024. Give them the death certificate and they will leave her alone. I pray that God allows the whole world to read my true story and send me the best lawyer to take up the case. I still cry over the matter. That's the end of her latest blog. I think I told you that there was going to be a part 2. She suffers, okay? Mrs. Foster suffers because what she knows that her husband was like a miser. He used to save his money. He wasn't a spender. Certainly wasn't a spender. He saved his money, and she knows that ScotiaBank was his bank. ScotiaBank is where he saved his money. So after he dies and she goes with all the documentation that they have asked her for, they give her the runaround, knowing quite well that they have probably depleted his account, properly relieved him of the money in his account, and whatever they had left, they got rid of it via Genesis. These people I'm talking about, ScotiaBank, they need a forensic examination. I don't know if it is possible in Barbados because Barbados is a criminal enterprise. I don't think I'm saying anything that will surprise you at this point. Have I? Did I? Barbados is a criminal enterprise, okay? All governments are bad. All governments are going to take from you. You know, you're giving them money and they're lining their pockets and their friends' pockets. It happens, but Barbados is a criminal enterprise because it still loves that colonial hate. It still has that colonial vibe. You still have that vibe going within you, so you can sell your brother down the river any given moment. At any given moment, you go into ScotiaBank and you see someone that talks like you, that looks like you, that moves like you, that eats the same food, that drinks the same water, and they will sell you down the river. They have that colonial vibe going. So that's why the whole apparatus of Barbados can be considered to be a criminal enterprise. Okay? It's nothing bad. It just is. It just is. So while Ricardo Foster lays in his 6 feet under coffin or wherever he is, his wife, who is still 6 feet above and still part of this world, is suffering because of a big bank like ScotiaBank, who would at the end of their fiscal year tell you how much money they made, how much millions of dollars they made. The audacity when people are suffering, these banks will come out and tell you, we made millions of dollars, we made $1 billion in profit. $1 billion in profit. They will tell you, okay? So this is a second blog. If there's a part 2, it's coming. If there's a part 2, it will come, because she suffers, and if she is suffering, if she is crying, if she is stressed, don't suffer in silence. That's what I'm saying to Mrs. Foster. Do not suffer in silence. Send your blogs, I'll put them up. Send me your blogs, I will put them up. All I ask is for you to speak the truth. That's all I ask. I ask every blogger to speak the truth. You talk about facts, you talk about this, and things could be doctored. You could send me a document, and you could have like doctored it and put something in there that shouldn't be in there. Nah, speak the truth. Deal with truth. Walk up in the truth. Everything you do, let your start point be the truth. Okay? So this is Sherry Veronica. This is part 2 of the Ricardo S. Foster saga that's going on in Barbados. ScotiaBank is at the forefront of this. selling the man's money and his retirement plan to a Genesis outfit and giving the widow the runaround when they know they already depleted the man's account and closed it out within their banks. And now she is speaking out. Kudos to her. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.